You alright lads, this is a Geordie Jedi here. Today, I'm back, Game of Thrones. Continue where we left off. I believe we're just heading into King's Landing. I gave you the tiniest sneak peek of where we're heading in the last episode. Basically, I give you this view.
Your sister can help us.
Marjorie, that's her name. I like her.
She has Marjorie Tyrell's fate.
I like Marjorie Tyrell.
And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay, if it's presented to her as it should be.
Ethan made this for me. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
No idea who a Lady Elena is, but okay. Actually, she might be the sort of almost like the grandmother of Marjorie Tyrell. Youngish.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Haven't really seen it yet, but I imagine so.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite
Good, I like
popular
her.
throughout the city. I do wish you
Although I
all
can
could
imagine
come,
she might turn or
although I
something.
know it would be impossible under
Just
the
Game of Thrones.
circumstances.
Can expect
I miss
everything.
all of you, and I look forward to the
It's
day
not
you
quite like The
return.
Walking Dead, where in The Walking Dead everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Game of Thrones isn't like that. It's always 50-50. You know, in Walking Dead you always know something is gonna fuck up and go
One was
wrong.
made by
Game
man,
of Thrones, you
the
don't.
enormous Longstrider,
It's still
a gift from Roderick.
probably gonna happen, but it doesn't always happen, so it
I
keeps
hope
you
to see them
guessing.
all someday.
Which is interesting, it's exciting, you know. It keeps you upbeat. It always gives you a chance
I wonder if it's
to be
Simon
happy,
Steinrath today.
a chance for something good to happen. In, you know, Walking Dead, nothing good ever happens. It always goes wrong.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal
Okay.
to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can
She's
be
gonna
a
fight.
powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
We'll wait and see. See, games like these, you've also got to think of of every consequence of what you do,
One moment.
even random consequences.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, man, I don't see any problem with that.
No.
Unless he's got a knife. He's got a knife! No, he doesn't. He has a bucket. Thank God. Fuck for that. He's just got a bucket. I thought we were gonna die.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Why, man? I'm fucking hurry.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
I don't see why time.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any
Go on,
minute.
speed up. He seems to be going the same pace.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before.
You follow me around, pervert.
You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning.
No idea what a
outside
sept
the royal
is.
sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
I don't.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble.
You're a good troll. I
But
thank
I thought
you.
you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a callboy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, my lady.
Yeah, let die a little ragamuffin. But you're being a good boy and I like you. Hey, did you see the call boy out there? He was weird. But I like
Lady
him.
Marjorie, you're early.
Oh,
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
so you didn't see the call boy.
There's something we must discuss.
I like Marjorie Tully. I like Natalie Dormer, to be honest. She's fit.
From the day you arrived,
And also the
in
character she
Highgarden,
plays
I
quite
thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know
Indeed,
how
indeed.
I feel about what's happened to your family.
That
I
seems a bit
feel
too
your
much for
pain
me,
as
but
if it
okay.
were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining,
Not yet.
and your poor family as well.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the
The
north
hell was
whose
that? Did you
family
see that?
fought for Robb Stark.
It looked like someone sort of
Raises
flashed up in the
questions
front
at
of
a
the
time
screen.
I
That was
can
weird.
least afford.
Might be just me.
Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the royal set. She mentioned the northern girl in my
She can go fuck off. I'll take shit from Cersei. I mean, I'm not traitor.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you.
I don't
and
like it when people say
extension,
that. You
me.
know, when they say I feel your pain
She
as if it were my
demands
own.
an audience. She
when
wants
they're
an
just friends.
apology
It's
of
bullshit.
some sort for what I
It's
don't know,
nice, but
she's waiting for
no,
us now.
they
and
don't.
I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
yeah.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
See, the problem is I want to be careful.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
See, that's what I mean. But if I do it too much, if I sort of say too many nice things, shall we say, she's gonna see through it. You know, it might seem like I know a lot about what's sort of going on, but it's just because I give it forethought. I really do. I always think about probably what's going to happen. I find lots of games predictable, but not these games, not Telltale games. I'm very good at predicting what's going to happen in a game. Last of Us, you know, nearly every story of a game I've played, I can predict. Not
Lady
Telltale
Marjorie,
games.
Aren't you looking
Can't predict
lovely
them.
this evening?
Not as well.
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to
see
introduce Lady
me
Mira
sort of saying, you know,
Forrester.
everything nice, everything perfect. And I know manners in Game of Thrones, Neil. That's simple.
Your Grace.
But I can say I'm thinking, you know,
Girl knows her courtesies.
bullshitter. Just showing her as bullshitter.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl can speak for her house.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
I'm going to keep silent for now.
The girl is here to explain herself, yet says nothing.
My apologies, Your Grace. I'm sure it's just a
No,
momentary lapse.
damn.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton
See, I don't
also
want to. I
served
don't
as
want to be
Your Grace.
too up
And
their
proved
arse.
his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to
If I do it too much,
end.
I've got to be careful with what I say. Is basic.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new
So I've got to put up a fight, but in the end, I've still got to, you know, make her happy.
I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a
I would give us a battle axe and we'll talk.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the rule? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Rhaegar Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this,
Damn.
I hope you find
I don't
it
think I
quickly.
chose the right one there. I really don't.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something.
Well, I am a woman. I mean,
Who knows
I'm a
what
man.
lies within their hearts.
She's
You are a girl from the north here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would.
girl answer the question.
that seems like an
I
ultimatum.
would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either.
Could be worse.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Sup, Tyrion? You wanna go shoot some pool? Maybe go bowling? Oh, fine.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport.
Go for him.
Even then he didn't
I don't trust
touch
that
the
bastard.
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she
Did.
asked of you.
She did.
But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure Ironwood from House Forrester.
See,
Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate
it seems a
Cersei.
good idea.
Although what would be amusing for me,
But yeah,
might
I
prove
mean, it
rather
is a risk.
dangerous for you and your house.
Hmm.
Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
No, go for
In
it.
fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you?
It's about the house
Consider.
rather than.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I
Yes,
promised
sir.
Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
I hope we'll meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
It is a bit of a risk in the end, basically because Cersei will turn. She'll paint us as a target. But in the end, House Forrester should come out of it well. So I do have to think of that more than
Mira, I was worried.
necessarily Mira's safety. But well, I thought.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It went well.
Really? That's relief.
It was sort of
Cersei's
50-50.
being
I think the reaction. It wasn't a bad reaction from Cersei,
Lady
and it wasn't a
Marjorie has
good
spent the
reaction
entire
from
day
Cersei.
working on the
It
seating
went
arrangements
alright.
for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jamie, I
Dirty
wouldn't mind
bitch.
tarnishing that white cloak of his. Sarah, what? It's true. And over in Martell, the Red Viper, I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie can make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Would you marry
No, Joffrey's a prick.
and become queen? He does have
Right,
a
fucking
something
insane look.
about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd be willing to.
Oh,
marry
Joffrey's a
but
fucking
not-
insane.
Well, I would
A
marry
fucking
him.
cuckoo.
Imagine the power you would
Fucking
have
whatever,
as
yeah,
Queen
Joffrey.
of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Yes. If you ever watch
Let's
Game of Thrones,
see,
yeah,
who else should we marry off?
you don't get anywhere.
Brienne of
Yeah.
Tarth and
Joffrey, don't
Tywin
stay the fuck away from him.
What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
Masturbating,
What
I
are you
mean,
doing?
shit, she called masturbating.
Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they
You're
say
powerful,
it is
how
never
dare you.
overpowerful. The Queen was pleased by your
I've always
disdain.
been like, sort of like, let's say she was pleased.
I'm just
I've always
glad
been like
it's
an
over.
equalitist. Because
King's
if you have
Landing can be
masculinist,
exhausting
feminist, then
sometimes.
surely equalitist isn't it? Maybe.
There's always
There's probably a
someone
word for it, I
who
don't
uses
know
some
it.
perceived slight to smooth over.
I've never believed one is more powerful than the other, or one is better than the other.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice
As
but
in
to love
either
you.
gender. Or transgender, for that matter.
Do you agree?
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn
I
very
thought that was the right thing to
quickly.
say. That seemed so
Your
words
words
wise.
decisive
That
of
seemed
grace,
too perfect
but I
not
know
to
you
say.
must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to
Damn right.
appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
I knew I had
Thank you,
to
my lady.
choose.
There's been
You know, I had to
something
choose
on my mind.
wisely. I knew I couldn't
Something
just
important.
appease her. I'm trying to think. You know, I could ask for her help. It seems the wrong time. She's not married to Joffrey yet. All that would happen. if I ask her, I can see it backfiring. I really can. I can go and see it going wrong, and not helping, and everything gets fucked up. But if I don't see anything, then she might not mention the fact that she needs help. That there's a specific thing she needs to ask for. Sorry, I'm trying to think in my head. See, I could ask for her help. Should do it. I've already, you know, it's fairly certain she'd do it. I've already, you know, she's already indebted to us for doing what I agreed to do, and I did it well. But apparently, I did it well. But it could backfire because I don't really see how Marjorie has actually got any sway over the matter. But if I don't ask for help, it could all go wrong as well, because it's... No, I'm not going to ask. It's kind of what's best for me and what's best for the family. If I ask for help, it's probably best thing for Mira. If I don't ask, it's the best thing for the family. I've got to think of House, you know, you've got to think of House Forrester first in the whole thing.
You're in a delicate
It's what
position
I
now,
personally,
Officer.
in real, you know,
And I would
if
never
I
let
was a
someone
woman
jeopardize that.
in her position,
Soon
it's what
I'll
I'd
be
do.
queen, and maybe
See, that's what I
then
mean.
I'll be in a
That's
better
that's
position to
precisely
help.
what I meant.
But for now we must
Right now.
be cautious.
See, right now, you know, she
Of course,
can't
my
help.
lady.
She's not
Go on.
queen. She has little to no power. As soon as she's queen, she might be able to push things in House Forrester's direction a bit more. Back with Jared. For me, I feel like Jared's sort of the main character. Or Garrett is Garrett. I feel like he's the main character. At least he's my favourite so far. Ethan seems a bit of a pussy, but you know, I can change that. I can make him fight back a bit. Mira is alright. I like her character, but I like Garrett.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the
Ramsay
skins
Snow.
of their enemies as a coat?
That's not good news. It isn't. I mean, the actor who plays him, I actually really like the actor who plays him. Iwan Rowan, I think his name is. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
I suppose I have fallen out.
He even looks exactly like him, actually. That's really good.
What with all that bloody noise?
Like graphics, when you think about it, it really does look a lot like him.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now.
Hit me
How
a
much
little
further
bit.
is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord.
Oh, it's on me, yeah, it is.
What was that?
My lord?
Listen.
And see maybe a quick time event coming up or something like that.
There. Hear that?
Stay
I know I
still.
heard something.
If I run, they're definitely gonna see us. If I stay, they might not. That's a tad cliche. Actually being sort of in front of the...
Never mind.
I mean, why would you stand in front of the tree and
We've
stare
wasted
at the
enough
tree
time
thinking,
already.
oh, there's nothing there, just a tree? No, you look around behind the tree. Or you at least stand back away from the tree so you can see a wide range. Really weird. But, Garrett survived, I'm happy. I'm gonna need to find out if it's Garrett or Jared. I've heard both. I'm pretty certain it's Garrett. I don't know if it's someone I know. It seems like that kind of thing. That flag doesn't bode well, although he's upside down, he isn't.
Bloody hell.
It's horrible, I'll grant them. But it seemed like the kind of thing like I'm meant to recognise the person, but I don't. At least not on the face of it. Oh, shut up.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind
Nice watchtower.
Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn.
Of course.
These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others. The Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
I'm gonna finish up there. Run out of time, unfortunately. Don't worry, it won't be long. See, it's episode 2 isn't even that long away. For me, personally, it's about a day. It's out tomorrow for me. So then, it's been the Jody Jedi. I hope you've liked this. I'm enjoying this series quite a bit. It's out of the norm for me. It's a tad, and it's more interesting. I think it's more interesting for you to watch. So I'm liking it. It's been the Jody Jedi. Leave a like if you can, it really helps. Subscribe for more videos. Comment below how I'm doing. What should I change? You know, is there anything more I can do? I always like to know how can I make my channel better. And I need you to let me know if I'm doing something fucking wrong. May the force be with you.